What is listening skills? Listening skills contribute to your ability to accurately receive information while communicating with others. These skills are an important part of the effective communication in the workplace. Developing good listening habits can help to ensure understand an information correctly, interpret messages accurately, and optimize your conversation and communication for efficiency. We are privileged to have with us Miss Dr. Garima Diwan, who will be conducting this session. Dr. Garima Diwan, she is a guest assistant professor in English. She has completed her MA in English from Pandit RSSU Raipur, awarded an PhD in English Literature 2021 in a study of value dynamics in the literary work of Amitav Ghosh. She has also trained students in communicative English and soft skill. She has distinguished records of the contributing articles to national and international journals. She is a dedicated partner to university programs and outreach events that help to promote and learning support to the community. With her skills in the analysis and research and critical thinking, she guides scholars in languages useful for their PhD pursuit. She developed instructional contents during COVID-19 pandemic period. She has attended more than 900 FDPs, seminars, and webinars during COVID-19. She has authored 3 books and given her contribution in book chapters. She has been awarded Best Authors Award in 2022. She is the member of editorial board and she is a member of board of management and she is the member of board of studies and of difference. We are truly honored to have us with her today. Let's welcome Miss Garima ma'am to begin the session. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Tanisha ma'am. Today, I'm very much privileged and I'm very much thankful that I'm getting opportunity again in the SEMS group to give my presentation the scholars and the students also. As Tanisha ma'am already discussed with us that today we are going to share our knowledge about listening skills. That is about what are the effects of listening, what are the basic differences that we used to face along with listening and hearing, and why today's generation, or we can say that why today's students are facing a lot of difficulties in concentrating about their listening skills, whether we are facing the personal life or whether we are facing the professional life. It is an important aspect that we all have to grow in our life, because as until and unless we are a good listener, we cannot focus on the certain aspects that are related to our career, or we can say that which are related to our studies also. Can I have the presentation, please?
One second, ma'am. Tanisha, you are the co-host right now, so you can present the PPT from your screen.
Okay, just a second.
Okay, so let until Tanisha is going to make the presentation, she is trying to share, as I am facing difficulty while sharing with my laptop also and with my cell phone also. So first of all, it is a very common thing that what is listening skills? Before we should proceed, we should know that listening is ability to accurately receive and interpret messages in the communication process. Before listening is a skill of critical significance in all the aspects of our life, maintaining our personal relationships, to getting our jobs done, and even we can say that
Is my screen visible?
yes.
Oh,
Okay, so I was going through that. When we are figuring out to get our jobs done, or we can say that to when we are taking our notes also, to figuring out which bus to take to the airport. These are the certain things where we have to work for our listening skills. So before going to the listening skill, it is one of the important aspect that what are the objectives that we have to focus on while preparing for listening skills or while preparing for our job interviews. We can say that. First of all, it is to understand the importance of listening. We have to identify the various types of listenings also, learn barriers of effective listening, explore techniques to improve listening skills, apply listening skills in real life scenarios. So, first, the point is understand the importance of listening. We should always try to get the things that what are the importance of listening, why and which of the topics, what are the aspects we have to focus on listening, that we have to identify and we have to give importance. We won't have to focus on each and everything that we are not which is not of our business. Then listening, as we know that it is an active process by which we make sense of access and respond to what we hear. Listening skills are effective, important part of our effective communication. As we can see that hearing is the physical ability, while listening is a skill. Listening skills allows one to make sense of and to understand what another person is trying. Okay, so these are the aspects that we have to focus. We have to overcome with the barriers also of our effective listening. We have to focus on the certain points that we what we are applying in our real life scenarios and scenes also. Next please. So here it is, what is listening. Listening, as we know that it is an active process of receiving. We can say that we are not getting the words of the speaker, and even we try to read out the mind of the people, that what the person wants to convey to us, whether the person is getting interest on my topic, or whether the person is not. As we can say that when we focus on the non-verbal communication, that is we can say that the unspoken messages. As I have said you that listening is a skill, whereas hearing is a physical ability that helps us to receive and respond to the spoken messages, different from hearing. As we can say that listening is always different from hearing, because it involves attention, what the speaker wants to convey to us, and how we have to interpret it and how we have to respond to a speaker. That all the aspects we have to see, and we have to focus on our listening skills. As for we can see here that one is the sender who sends the message, that encodes the message, and the receiver decodes the same messages by listening carefully. In fact, if the listener is not listening carefully to the particular words of the speaker, the listener cannot decode in a proper manner what the speaker wants to speak, or what the speaker wants to convey the messages. Next, please. That here we can see that the importance of listening. First one is as our builds better relationship. If we are listening to a person, if we are listening to our friend, or if anyone we are listening, that means it is very important. It plays an important role in our life, in our personal life also, and in our professional life also. That it helps us to build our relationships better, enhances understanding. When we will listen carefully to a person, when we will listen carefully, as for example, we can say that when we are liking some song, we used to listen it very carefully. We try to get the lyrics, who's the singer. In the same manners, if we want to understand what the speaker is telling, and what actually the meaning of that particular sentence was, what actually the meaning of that message was, then we have to only we have to do that. We have to listen carefully. Reduces conflict. If we are facing some sort of conflicts between person, or we can say that good friends, we are having any sort of we can say that the person is not trusting you, the person is not listening to you, then you can make him or her that first of all you have to make him or her listen your words, what you want to say, then only the conflicts, then only the distances can be separated. Boost productivity. When we are listening, that means it helps us to bring our, or we can say that to boost our productivity, to boost our productivity in the sense we can say that it will help to make a good atmosphere. It will help us to give the productivity which will help to increase our groups and which will help to increase our all the factors which are important for our group product. Essential for leadership and teamwork. As we know that it is being always said that a good leader is always a good listener. So it is very important that if we want to build a quality of a good leadership, and if we want to work in a teamwork, we have a team, and how we can come up with our teamwork, how we can show the better work, how we can show the better results. It is more important that how we have to listen carefully. If a person is having the quality of leadership, that means the person is also having the quality that he or she listens very carefully and try to interpret all the messages, all the meanings, what the convener want to convey. Next, please. Okay. Now, next one here is that what are the types of listening? Here we can see that there are, I have mentioned here four types of listening as active listening, where we are fully engaged and understanding and responding. We give response to the speaker also, and we try to connect with the speaker in a very uh, possessive manner, or we can say that we are fully engaged to the words of the speaker. We not only listen the words, we try to get the meaning what the speaker wants to convey to us, and we even respond where it has been where it is being necessary. We used to nod our head, we used to give responses with the help of our body language and gestures certain things. Next is empathetic listening, that is listening with compassion. We listen with compassion. We try to listen the words, the mental state of the person. We try to get the emotions of the person, what the speaker is there to share with us. Then next one is critical listening. This is one of the important thing, and it is very difficult kind of listening also. It is so because in the critical listening we try to analyze and evaluate the kind of listening. The kind of listening, as we can say that we try to analyze what the person wants to speak, and we try to evaluate whether the person is speaking in favor of us, or whether the person is speaking in favor of the thing or not. We try to get it is one of the difficult kind of listening which we have to do. Then next one is selective hearing only what. It is one of the simplest thing we used to do throughout our whole life, that hearing only what which interests us. Can be negative also, it can be negative also, but we can overcome with this, or we can say that we can avoid this by, if it is negative or some people is speaking against me, then it is all depending upon me that I should listen to that to their words, or I should not listen. I should ignore to the person, or I should listen carefully to that person. It is all depending upon. So these are the kinds of listening which we always do in our daily life, whether we are with our family, or we can say that whether we are in our professional life also. Next, please. So here, it comes one of the important aspect in our life. So it is also important that where the things are important, there will be the barriers, there will be the hurdles also. So first one we can see as that distractions which causes hurdles, which causes disturbance. It can be noise also. We are in a traffic place, or we can say that we are enjoying a movie and we used to get a call from our boss, and we are not interested to take his call, but frequently we used to get a call by call, that at that moment we have to take the call. So this is the thing that it causes distractions in our listening skill. What he wants to convey, that we never used to get. Then prejudgment and assumption. Sometimes it happens that we used to make certain type of prejudgments to the people, and assumptions that I that we used to believe that the person, what he or she is speaking, I know everything about that thing. I know I am having that much of knowledge. So these are the certain things we used to do. We used to make assumptions that I won't have to listen that person. I won't have to get through the work. Then next one is emotional reaction. Sometimes it happens that we get emotionally connected to the people, or we can say that when we are listening to a song, when we are watching a movie, we used to get emotionally connected to the movie or the song. That time it happens, we are not able to tolerate any kind of distraction, any kind of disturbance while doing so. So these are the things that or we can say that sometimes it happens that we are in another we are in mood swings, and I have to listen to the lectures in the class, I have to take the meetings, I am indulged with some other works. So these are the things that emotional reactions takes place. Multitasking, as we can say that a person is carefully listening also, and the person is performing another kind of task also. With all the things, the person can handle certain kinds of things, but it somewhere it lacks our listening skills also. Then lack of interest, I won't have interest on listening to the people, as we have already discussed in our previous slide. Next one, it is the same, that is interrupting with the speaker. We used to interrupt again and again because we are not taking interest. That is also a kind of a barrier. Losing focus or daydreaming. I used to be because after a particular time, or we can say that after a particular period, we are not taking interest on listening to the speaker. Then finishing some sentences for others. We used to we can say that overrule to the person. This is also a barrier which happens in our listening skill. Giving unrelated responses. That if we are going another track from the topic, that is being said as giving unrelated responses. Lack of eye contact or body language. Certain things, I'm not having interest on the particular topic, I'm not having interest on the speakers, what the speaker is speaking. That's why I'm not taking interest. I'm just not making eye contact with that person. I'm not sitting in a good posture. I'm just not nodding my head. I'm just distracting everywhere. So these are the certain things which causes barriers to our listening. Next, please. After then, it is about how we can improve our listening skills. First one, it is one of the important tasks that if we have to be a good listener, if we want to become a good listener, it is one of the important thing that we have to make eye contact, so that we can not only listen to the words of the speaker, but we can also try to get the words. We can try to get the mental state of the person. We can try to get the emotions of the person also. Second thing we can do, that avoid interrupting. As we can say that we used to try that it was not happening. It was not the thing, as you said. Certain things should be avoided if we want to improve our listening skill. Use open body language. We should have a good posture. We should make eye contact. We should sit in a posture that the interest of listening should be easily reflected on our body, or we can say that on our face. Use clarifying questions. Always we have to use a certain type of question which should be very clarifying, or we can say that the question should be, it should be very clear and cut what you wants to speak and what you wants to ask. Summarize and reflect back. Whenever we are listening to a person, that means it is one of the important thing that we have to summarize the words, summarize the sentences of the speaker. That if a speaker said about this, why they said. If he gave example from the personal life, then what was the use of such example here? This is all the things that we have to work on. Practice mindfulness. It is one of the important thing that we have to practice, because we always have to feel that as if today if I am a listener, then and the particular person, or we can say that the one who is the speaker today, the next day it can be interchange also. So we have to make meditations also, we have to get our concentrations also, so that we can focus on our listening skills. Next, please. So, here are the certain techniques that we can focus on, which can achieve our active listening techniques also. Paraphrasing. So, what you were whenever we are trying to talk with the person, we should start with. So, as you said, so what you were saying about this. In this manner, we can, so that the person should also feel that we were taking actively participate in the program, and to the words of the speaker also. Next one, feedback. I understand how that made you feel. Always giving feedback in a positive response, in a positive manner, is one of the important aspect which motivates the speaker, and which helps the person also to develop the quality of speaking also, and develop the quality of listening also. Non-verbal cues, we can say that nodding, open posture, and smiling. These are the certain aspects, or we can say that certain tools which we can use for our to develop our active listening and techniques. Minimal and courageous, that is I see, go on, proceed, you're doing better. So those are the certain words which makes the speaker encourages, and that boosts the speaker also, and it also helps to develop our listening skill. Next one. So here are the we can see that basic difference between listening versus hearing. We can see that hearing is passive skill, and we can here say that listening is active always. Voluntary, hearing is not voluntary, and listening is voluntary. Involves thought, hearing never involves thought, whereas listening involves thought. Because whenever we listen, it means we listen carefully, not only to the words of a person, but also to the emotions, also to the mental state of the person, or we try to get the meaning behind the words of the speaker. So these are the certain basic difference. We can see that hearing is passive, whereas listening is active, and hearing is always not voluntary, whereas listening is voluntary and involves thought, whereas hearing does not involve thoughts, as listening involves thoughts also. Next one. So here is one of the important tasks that we all have to work for, that is work-based listening scenario. As for example, here we can see that an employee misunderstands a project deadline because they weren't listening carefully in the meeting. So discuss what went wrong and how it could be improved. So this is the thing when we are in a meeting, and especially in our workplace, when we are not taking care of the words, we are busy with another gossips, or we can say that busy with another talk, then it means that we are unable to get the important points. And if we are unable to get the important points, that means we are unable to give our we are unable to complete our task in the particular given time, which is one of the demerit, or we can say that which is one of the most important fault, which is to be not tolerated by any of the hierarchy, or we can say that any of the hierarchies in our companies or in our workplace. It is one of the situation that we have to note down all the important aspects which were to be discussed in the meeting, and we have to get the things. We have to get the deadlines also, that when and at which time to be completed. Next one, the same here, as we are discussing about the meeting. Prepare and stay present. Always you have to prepare, and always be active in your meeting with your mind and with your body also. Turn off distractions. As for today, one of the most disturbing element, we can say that, is our cell phone and our laptops and all that. So it is the thing that we have to keep it in silent mode. Better to focus on our listening on our meetings. As I have told you, as I have discussed, that we always have to take notes. We have to note down the important points. Don't plan your response while others are talking. When you wait for your particular time to let you speak, and then only you have to give your suggestions, you have to ask your questions, whether you are facing any sort of difficulties, but do not interrupt to anyone. Be open minded, we can say that. Never hesitate to ask that whether you are facing any difficulty, or whether you are not difficult, whether you are not getting clear to the particular points. You always have to clear your points. That is, when we will be open minded, then only we can do the certain things. Next one, benefits of good listening. As fewer misunderstanding, we can say that if we are active in listening, we are listening carefully to the words of the speaker. We are listening very carefully. That means we will never misunderstand with the words. As for example, when we have given the deadline, what the task we have been assigned, we can do in a complete period of time. Improved your decision making when we are active listening. As I have said, a good leader is a good listener. When we will listen to the particular aspects, to the particular points, then only we can improve our decision making. We will be clear, and we will be not having any sort of doubt in our topic, then only we can take the decisions also. Strong relationships. When we are listening, means we are getting emotionally attached to the person, then it is a good thing that we can develop our strong relationship also. Increase trust and respect. This is the most important aspect in our life when we are doing listening. So we can say that listening increased trust also. And for developing our trust also, we have to go with that. What are the points that we have to focus while listening to the person, or we can say that while going through the person also. So this is about the benefits of good listening. These are few examples we can work on to develop our listening skills. We can work with our pair activity. One speaks, one listens for 1 minute of 2 minutes. We can make a group discussion. We can give a sign to the people Listener paraphrases what was said. Always we can paraphrase the listener's words, what was said, and how he started, how they sum up with the things. Switch the roles. One can be the speaker, and another people can be the listener. In the same manner, we can switch to the roles of our roles, so that we can also get what the speaker faces the difficulties, and what the listener faces the difficulties. So here it comes about conclusion, where we can sum up our discussion. Listening is a learned skill, not an automatic one. We all know that it is a learning skill till the end of our life, or we can say that by the day we born. We always learn every small things and every kind of a skill. It cannot be developed automatically. It is not a kind of a thing that it can be bored to our mind, that you have to listen these words, you have to listen such things. When and until and unless we will not taking interest on this skill, we cannot develop our skill. As for it takes awareness, practice, and efforts also. We know that as for example, we can say that what are the new things that are arriving in market. We are completely active, we are completely aware about the things, and we used to take efforts, we used to scroll our mobile phone on our online apps, that so that we can get the information related, that what are the new things that have arrived in the market. In the same manner, listening is also practicing and practicing. It takes lots of efforts, and without your efforts, it is not possible that we can be a good listener. Great listeners make great leaders, friends, and professionals also. It is one of the important thing, and it is very much implemented in our life, that good who are the good listeners, they always are the leaders. When until and unless we will not listen, when until and unless we will not get to the points, or we can say that when until and unless the things will not be done by our side, how it will be reflected in our personality, how we will gain the people, how we will gain the personal relationship, how we will develop our professionals, how we will develop our friend circle. So it is always necessary that listening skill is always to give and take. When one is giving you your time, it is all his or her time, it is always necessary that always have to be available for that person. So it is always a give and take process, and it plays a very important role in building our relationship, including we can say that if we want to increase our friend circle, if we want to increase our professional level, if we want to make ourselves to develop the quality of leadership in ourselves, we all have to focus, we all have to work on our listening skills. So this is all about listening skills. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share with all the distinguished faculties and the members of SEMS group. So it is all about
On behalf of everyone, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Ms. Garima ma'am for sharing her wisdom and guiding us with such clarity. Thank you so much, ma'am, for making this session knowledgeable. And thank you to everyone for making your